Guys, sit up straight. Clean up your
We did.
I know. You have an Oscar winner here, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody just relax, chill out, and welcome Octavia Spencer to the program. Good to see you. We're not used to class around here.
Rich.
Well, I'm just coming straight through the front door.
Got a point. Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
You guys are funny.
And you just did Radio Row for the first time?
Did Radio Row.
Now, how does radio, for somebody who's done press lines, junkets, where does Radio Row rank in your world of promotion, Octavia Spencer?
If I were to make a comparison today, it feels a lot like what Oscars feels like for what I do. It's like
little bit. Really?
Yeah, it really does.
So when you're going, but you're about, it's your night though. This is Super Bowl Radio Row.
Right,
you know what I mean?
But here's the thing: if you're an athlete, it's your night.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm walking into a world that's not mine per se.
Yes.
So I feel like this is in my, from my perspective,
yes.
It feels like the Super Bowl, like the Oscars of what I do.
Yes, the Oscars, I would think, the Super Bowl is kind of the Oscars of the sports
of the
world,
sports,
in that way.
Yeah.
Except now you're dealing with radio sports hosts from the part of the country that you probably don't know who you're talking to. You're going from one thing to another there, right?
Well,
you're dragged from one spot to another.
I'm from Alabama, so
okay.
And I've actually lived in California longer than Alabama, so it's kind of a blend for me anyway. Mm-hmm. But right, I mean, it felt like a giant tailgate, but they didn't have any snacks out. So that's my one drawback.
I was about to say with no alcohol either, probably.
Well,
right?
I mean, I can do without. Well, maybe not. I can do without the alcohol, but
with a wine skin or something, you could go walking around with your favorite drink inside it. Did you pop it going from one radio station to another? I got it.
I'm adding something to a new element.
But we want to also make sure you're from the state of Alabama, but you are Auburn.
I thank you for making that distinction.
You must, right? I figured I would help with that.
I'm glad that you did.
You are Auburn. You are not Crimson Tide, Alabama.
I am an Auburn alum.
Okay.
And but it doesn't mean that I can't find it within my heart when the other team wins a national championship to say wonderful things for the state.
Now, if you don't mind my sense of observation from the fact that you couldn't say the team's name and you did roll your eyes significantly in the back of your head, that I might have to, call foul on that.
Okay.
Octavia Spencer is here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience has just returned. The Academy Award-winning actor is here in support of Behringer as well. What are you here to talk about here at the Super Bowl?
Well, here's the thing. We just talked about me being a Southerner, and like so many Americans, I suffer from high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, and I've been able to mitigate it wonderfully with my doctors. But as the aging process has happened upon us, and we all want to age, it's actually like playing whack-a-mole to keep those numbers in line. And what I learned by partnering up with this collective is, for those of us who suffer from high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, we all share a risk of getting chronic kidney disease. And that, leads to other cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes. So I'm a part of this amazing collective, Behringer, the American Diabetes Association, the National Kidney Foundation, Mended Hearts, Women Heart, and the beautiful Sofia Vergara, which you guys will see our work during the big game. But we're a part of this collective to educate people. The campaign is called Detect the SOS. The SOS is a signal that the body could perhaps be sending through your kidneys. And for those of us who have those underlying health issues, it's imperative to know what's going on with your health. And the way to detect it is to get a UACR. It's just a simple urine test. When they told me how simple it was, I was like, yeah, right. just ask your doctor, And I did, and I have to say, I am relieved to know that my kidneys are functioning well. But you would think that for those of us who suffer those illnesses, that it would be a part of our routine physicals. It is not. So this campaign is to educate people to prioritize their health and to know exactly what the UACR does.
DetectTheSOS.com is where you should go for more information and to figure out if this is something that you should do. And so you got a Super Bowl commercial?
We do. Sophia and I had a blast filming this wonderful short film. It was wonderful. I've never felt like 007 in my life.
Okay. So that's a little bit of a preview of
it's a preview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know what quarter this is going to be in?
It's going to be in the third quarter.
Oh,
say that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't want to give away any tidbits, but right after
third quarter.
The third quarter after halftime. So you guys should be tuned in and ready.
Let me tell you something. That's a good quarter.
It's a wonderful.
Well, I mean, because there's still, even if the game is getting a little bit out of hand, there's still hope.
There's still hope.
People tuning in.
Yes.
Third quarter's good.
Third quarter is most relaxed.
Although I will tell you this: I also work on the NFL Network, and the first NFL Network commercial ever was after the first Super Bowl that we ever covered. And we were so excited about it. We were sitting in front of the television sets because it was right after halftime. Literally, as soon as the halftime show was over, our commercial was first up. And that was the wardrobe malfunction Super Bowl. Yada, yada, yada. Nobody saw our commercial. So I'm just for your third quarter, I'm hoping it's just a few minutes in.
It's a few minutes in. We have prime real estate.
Okay,
Thank you for saying that.
Let's get some football played.
Yes.
Let's get the third quarter, second half kicked off.
Yes.
Are you going to the game?
I am not, but Sophia will be there.
Okay.
I prefer to be on the couch.
Okay.
And with my friends and screaming and pacing, and nobody wants to see that.
Do you have a rooting interest in this game?
I always root for the underdog if my team hasn't made it, so I'm rooting for the Seahawks.
Okay.
Listen, you guys, the Patriots. It's not that I ever think, they don't need another championship. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, well, maybe I am saying that.
I love how you try to keep it classy.
Try to be diplomatic.
You try to be diplomatic. And
good.
And despite your excellence at acting, you couldn't pull it off.
I couldn't.
She just said underdog. The Patriots are the underdog.
You guys could never. The Patriots could never be an underdog.
I agree.
I'm sorry, they could never be an underdog with that dynasty behind them.
That's right, Chris.
Don't
be so literal about the current Vegas line to Octavia Spencer. You still have Patriots fatigue from the Brady era?
No, I don't have Patriots fatigue. I just think.
Do.
Listen, you know what it is. Whenever people say, I've learned now what it means to be nominated and to not win because I won my very first Oscar. And to be nominated is what, if two teams play.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
To be at the Super Bowl, you've already won. You've beat your conference. You've won your conference. So you deserve the right to be there.
Yes.
But it's out of your hands, it's not out of your hands. You have to play. But you've already won. So if you go into it with that mentality, you've already won. I think the other team deserves to have one ring.
Yeah, they deserve to have one ring.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That you got a Patriot fan over here. That's who Chris represents. So who is your team? You said you're.
Well, I'm from Alabama, so we didn't have a professional team. Here lately, I root. Growing up in Alabama, we rooted for the Falcons and the Cowboys.
Okay.
And then basketball, we were the 76ers and the Lakers.
Like some of my teams.
Well, if she said the Clippers, then she'd have almost matched TJ over there.
I'm a Cowboy.
He's a Cowboy and Sixer.
Sixer fan.
Listen, Dr. J, Maurice Toney, Mo Cheek.
Mo Malone.
Hello, Mo Malone. I remember those games. So, I'm always excited to see young men and women because I'm a big college football. I mean, that's as we know.
Yes.
But it's always exciting to see people extend their careers and make it to the pros. But I like to be at the collegiate level.
Sure.
You know,
Octavia.
because we could root for them, right? We have a team, but we don't have a professional team in my state.
Octavia Spencer here on the Rich Eisen Show for a few more minutes. Again, courtesy of Behringer. Make sure you detect what you need to have detected with the Detect the SOS Health Mission, talking about making sure that everybody understands what you said, diabetes and
type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. You need to know what's going on with your kidneys, and the SOS, your kidneys could be sending out a warning that something's off with your bodies.
What is the movie you get the most when people stop you?
Well, it used to be The Help, and then there was a cycle, and then it was Hidden Figures, and now it's Ma. So we run the gamut.
You do run the gamut,
yes.
For sure. Why now Ma? Why is that?
I think Ma came out and did it. You know, we made that movie for $5 million, and it made close to 80 in the theater, so it was a financial success. But, usually in the horror genre with Blumhouse, they reinvigorated the genre, and those movies make $150 million. So during the pandemic, I think people were able to watch from their homes, and more people watched because it was streaming.
Well, Hidden Figures is a movie where it's sometimes so difficult to get three kids. My wife and I have three kids to watch anything that they'll agree on watching. But we popped Hidden Figures on, and all three of them were locked in. And it's just a beautiful movie. It really is it's important, it's historic, and it's so well told, and obviously well acted.
Thank you.
As well. What's your recollection of shooting that, or did you know at the time how important this thing could possibly be when you were putting it together?
I'm glad that you asked that question. The Help was a historical fiction, but it was an amalgamation of all these women, right? Mm-hmm. When I heard the concept of what Hidden Figures was, I said, historical fiction, because if women really helped during the space program, we would know about that. It would have been taught in our schools. So, I've done a historical fiction. And then when I learned within that meeting that it was actually true, because, I try to do my homework when I take meetings. And when I did research, there was like a thumbnail of it. So I thought, well, it can't be that. They made it up. It's wonderful. This is going to be great. When I realized that it actually happened, and it wasn't just black women, it was black and white women who were computers, meaning they computed. I knew that I had to be a part of that to acknowledge the contributions that the women made to the space program for our nation, but basically also to the world. So I hoped that it would resonate with people. I'm glad that it did. And that it withstood the test of time.
We sure did in our house as well. And for so many people who are maybe part of the audience of a show talking sports as much as we do, Kevin Costner is the king of so many different soliloquies and sports films. Obviously, there's more than just that for him. But his presence in this film as well kind of popped. The whole thing worked. The whole cast sort of worked, if you don't mind me saying.
It absolutely did. We had an embarrassment of riches. I mean, Taraji, Janelle, and I, and then you had Jim Parsons, Kevin,
yes,
Glenn Powell, Kirsten Dunst. I mean, it was just whenever we would do our Q&As, it was like, well, I like these guys. It was an amazing cast.
Right.
But Kevin is such an amazing director and actor, and the fact that he understood the importance of that role and he took it, because he's a leading man and he mostly only does leading roles. The fact that he knew that he could be supporting and support us was wonderful.
Yeah, TJ wants to know more about Janelle, right? You want to linger on that?
I didn't want to interrupt the interview.
Janelle or Taraji or both?
Oh, probably. I mean, I put Taraji first, but look, hey, I don't want to get in trouble.
They're amazing. They're amazing women.
Octavia, you also spoke about Ma real quick. I think the thing about Ma is like, our people generally in horror films don't do very well. Like if we're in a house and we hear "Get Out," like we're leaving. You keep the security deposit first and last month. Anything we bought, like we're leaving. That movie's 5 minutes long, so there's not a lot. Like I'm not staying in no house where someone's like "Get out." Like we don't do that. So that's why it was fun.
Thank you. And yes, I love that analogy.
Well done, TJ.
I know my strength.
Yes, you do know your strengths. 2 true crime series that you narrate and executive produce, soon to return to HBO Max and ID Discovery. The Emmy-nominated Lost Women of Alaska franchise also returns on February 25th, right? Am I getting that right?
Yes.
And Feds on March 4th.
Yes.
Okay.
I like a lot of things, and to be a part of the true crime genre, to hopefully bring closure to the families of the women for the Lost Women franchise is important to me. And we get to work with the FBI, our nation's top crime fighters, and we have unfettered access into some of their most dangerous and high-profile cases. So, we couldn't turn that down.
Right. Okay. And so everybody keep an eye out for that. So I'm trying to think of other famous Auburn alums that you might have met. Charles Barkley?
I haven't met Charles, but I love Charles.
Okay.
Bo Jackson, Cam Newton.
That's right.
Lloyd Austin, Tim Cook. I mean, there are a few of us.
There you go. Les Snead, who's also the general manager of the Los Angeles Rams.
Yes.
Crushing it. Yeah, that's another one right there.
Oh my God.
Trying to keep in touch with the Auburn people.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here. So you want to give us a score? Give me a score for Super Bowl 60. If it's right, how about this? If it's right, we'll play it over and over again. If it's wrong, it never happened. Give us a final score.
I'm gonna say 28-25.
Okay. Oh boy, this is great. It's almost
Gronk
close.
said, yeah.
It's almost the same score as the last Seattle, and Seattle wins it. Is that
Seattle wins it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a nail biter all the way down to the last.
Man.
It's gonna be a good game.
Okay. There you go. Octavia Spencer gave you the final result. And if she's right, we'll talk about it. And if not, this never happened. DetectTheSOS.com. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Anytime. That's Octavia Spencer here on The Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.